Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. So in today's video I'm going to show you how I created this look right here. I used some new products, and after such a long time I used a lip gloss again. So if you want to see how I created this look, please continue watching. So as usual, I'm going to start with my brows, and I'm using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Dipbrow pomade in Ebony, and I'm just filling them in like usual. Then I took this little tiny brush by Real Techniques and a little bit of concealer, and I just carved out my brows to make them sharper and cleaner. Then it's time for primer, and I'm using the Huda Beauty primer, and I'm applying it all over my face with my fingers. And for foundation, I'm also going to use the Huda Beauty foundation, and I'm applying it all over the face with this Real Techniques brush, which is one of my favorites. So yeah, I'm just applying it and blending it into my skin, and I'm also going to use a damp beauty blender to blend everything into the skin and make it look flawless. And this foundation is kind of thick. It's a full coverage foundation, so if you like full coverage, this is like the perfect foundation for you. But I'm more of a medium coverage girl, so I just used a little bit and then I blended everything into the skin. And I also sprayed a little bit of this NYX spray to make sure that it didn't feel sticky or whatsoever. And I have to say, I don't really use this foundation very often because it's like very full coverage. So on a daily basis, I use like a medium, light to medium coverage. And this one is just too thick for me for every day. So I'm rambling too much, so let's go ahead with concealer. And here I'm just applying concealer under my eyes, on my forehead, the bridge of my nose, my cupid's bow, and also on the chin as usual. And I'm blending everything out with my damp beauty blender. Then it's time to contour the face, and I'm using this new NYX cream contour palette. Recently I went to a NYX swatch party. There was an NYX event and they had lots of new products, and they also had this palette which I absolutely loved because I'm already in love with the powder palette, and when I saw this one I was like, oh my gosh, I need to have it. And I absolutely love it. I think I used the second color from the left, and I applied it as usual on the cheekbones, jawline, my forehead, tip of my nose, and also a little bit under my lips. And it blends very easily, and the colors are so creamy. So yeah, absolutely love it. I also used my damp beauty blender to blend everything into the skin and to make sure that you wouldn't see any harsh lines or whatsoever. Then I switched over to the powder contour and highlight palette, and I used the yellow powder. I'm not sure what the name is, but I will list everything down in the description box. So I took the yellow powder and I applied it under my eyes, on my forehead, bridge of my nose, cupid's bow, and also on the chin, everywhere where I applied concealer. And then I also used a mixture of the contour colors, and I just applied it on top of the cream contour. And then it's time for eyes, and to prime my eyelids I'm using this MAC paint pot in Painterly, and I'm applying it with a MAC concealer brush all over the eyelids. Then it's time for eyeshadows, and first I took the NYX Lingerie palette. I think it's called Lingerie. And I applied it into my crease. I took this brownish reddish color, and I applied it in my crease with a MAC 224 brush, and I just blended everything out until I was happy with how it looked. Then I took a darker shade and I applied it into my crease. I also switched to a smaller preciser brush and I applied it into the crease as well to make it darker. And then I went back in with the MAC 224 brush to blend everything together and to make sure that you won't see any harsh lines. Then I went back in with the MAC paint pot and the same concealer brush, and I started to create a cut crease. I used this because it's very easy to do, and yeah, you have to do this step by step, take your time, and just create a nice cut crease. So as you can see, I'm just going back in with the 224 brush again to make sure that everything is blended nice and well. And then I took this new palette from NYX, the I Love You So Mochi palette. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that correctly, but I took this a very beautiful champagne pearly goldish shade. I'm so not good at describing shades. Anyways, I took this a lovely champagne color and I applied it on top of the paint pot. And then I took this darker color from the Lingerie palette again and I applied it onto the outer corners to make it a bit darker and to create some more definition. And I'm just adding color step by step, just to make sure that it looked nice, and I just kept blending until I was happy with how it looked. Then I applied a little bit more of that champagne color, and I used my finger, and then I saw that the color was much brighter and prettier. And the colors are so pigmented. I absolutely love this palette. Then it's time for eyeliner, and I'm just creating a simple winged eyeliner. And I'm using the Maybelline Master Ink in, I don't know what the name is, but it's black, and this one is the waterproof one because I still cannot find the regular one. It's always sold out, but this one is also very good. It's waterproof, and yeah, it doesn't budge, smudge, or whatsoever. And then it's time for lashes, and I'm using the Huda Beauty lashes in Jade, which is also one of my favorites. And then it's time for lips, and I'm using a brown lip liner and I'm just lining my lips and filling them in. And then I'm gonna use this new lip gloss from NYX. This one is called Sugar Mama and the color is so pretty. I absolutely love it. And I didn't use lip gloss for such a long time because lately I only use matte colors, but this one is definitely going to be one of my favorites. I just love it. Then it's time for highlighter, and I'm using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Glow Kit in Dripping Gold, and I'm applying it as usual on the highest points of my cheeks, tip of my nose, Cupid's bow, and I think also a little bit on the brow bone. I'm not sure. But yeah, I also love this one. The highlight is just amazing, and I also want to try the new ones, so I think I'm gonna buy that one soon, especially the Amrezy one. Oh my god, I really want to try it. And here I'm just applying a little bit, not a little bit, here I'm applying some highlighter on my brow bone to make them really pop, and also a little bit on the inner corners. And then I took the Hoola bronzer by Benefit and I made my contour a little bit sharper, and I really like this brush. It's just so fluffy and perfect for contour. So this is the final result. I hope you all enjoyed. If so, please click on thumbs up, share, and don't forget to subscribe. And for all the makeup details, check out the description box down below. And don't forget to follow me on Instagram, Snapchat, and Facebook, of course. Everything is listed down in the description box. And yeah, that's it. So I will see you all in the next video. Bye!